on the software side, are you, well, I guess it used to be called ServiceLine. Now it's CertainPath Software. Is that what you guys are utilizing?
Yeah, I call it Pathware. I'm
Pathware.
Yeah.
How was that adoption process? How is that working out for you guys?
Oh, it's great. It's fantastic. I had checked it against other, competitors and whatnot, and
Sure.
it was super affordable. And we were on. Is it okay to say names on these? I don't know. Okay, so we were on HouseCall Pro before, because it was very inexpensive. It's kind of a la carte, very, very inexpensive. So it was good. They have good features on there. It's a good software, but for electrical, if you're selling stuff to actually get your truck restocked and get the jobs done and completed, you need to have an inventory management system if you want to be efficient. And that was a huge bottleneck. We would sell something and then we're driving all over to get the stuff. And that's just not, you can't run a business like that long term. So I knew that was a big problem. So that was a goal. The goals for last year that we implemented, that I'm very thankful for, was the branding on my side, and then Kristen implementing the material restock. So anyways, I had to say, Titan, I talked with them, and I've talked to friends that are on them, and I think they're, for what I needed, their software was way overkill. And some of these people have to have like experts come in that are outside of them to help them implement their material. I know some friends that are on it and they still don't have the restock process. So for me, I have Kristen, she's excellent. And she got the parts entered, and I can tweak. I'm more on the tech side, seeing how to restock getting the terms right so that the tech can find it when they're in the van. Because if they can't find it, irritating, they won't restock it. So there are things that we work together on. Yeah. But majority of it was her. She got it set up, and I think within maybe a month or two, we were rolling really strong with it. I mean, it was. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. We've got a little material cage in our office. I'm not
nice.
There. It's gated off. I was a maintenance manager, a guy named Ruben, who worked under me or whatever. He, awesome machinist, mechanic, welder. He can build anything. So I said, hey, I need you to build a good cage that looks sharp, because I want it to look really clean. But I can't be able to break in there, because I know if there's a call and I need a part, instead of going to Supply House, I'm going to find a way to break in there. And I'm gonna stock way too much stuff because I'm an electrician. I'm an electrician. I know my weaknesses. I got a lot. Yeah. So the only good thing, like one of my strengths, is that I know my weaknesses, I guess. So
that is hilarious.
Yeah. So he built a really good cage. I can't get into. One of my apprentices is super responsible. He has a key, and then Kristen has a key. So everything gets logged and checked and restocked. And then the stuff that's really cheap that I can buy in bulk that the supply house charges set as much, like zip ties and foam and silicone and tape. That's just is whoever wants it can load up. But the breakers, the panels, and those type of expensive stuff, we keep that locked up pretty well. We keep like one spare van at the office, basically in that truck stock. Right. So, and that was all, and it pretty smooth, I think, last year. It's a pretty good process.
I can't tell you how great it is that you guys have that set up now, because the number of companies I've talked to that have gotten from your level, then they go to 10 trucks and they go, we are just hemorrhaging on material. We don't have a process, right? And the fact that you've got that now down, it's going to make it much easier to grow and not lose tons on the gross margin, right? Because that's where it just kills you. You're like, why is our material so high? Well, it's because everyone's got 30 breakers in their van, right? And it's your van. No, no, that's great. That's amazing. That's a huge thing to get in place right away. That's fantastic.
It is, and it's if you think about your process, everyone needs a process to do the job and the production of their product, right? That whole thing, people, process, product, or whatever, the 3 Ps. But when I was looking at our production side or our process, it was a huge bottleneck. So basically finding what you're really weak at and what you can improve is my big goal. So sometimes people are like, why are you questioning this? Why are you looking, or what are you looking at? And then I'll have this focused look like I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm just focused. And, I'm kind of intense, and, but it's not saying, hey, what you're doing right now is wrong. It's like, how can we make this better? And so I like that. There's always things we could do better, but I do like how we're going with that. And when you're small, like you're saying, it's a lot easier to manage right now and get that problem than trying to get 10, 15 trucks or whatever. Those guys, get all those habits to change. That's hard.
It's hard. And then you lose people, and then because they're like, "Oh, so what's wrong?" We fine. I like how I have.
No, I don't think you're stealing. I just want to
steal it. Exactly. And the other thing people don't think about is, and I don't know how much. I'm assuming you've cut down on the box store runs then by managing your materials out. And that's people go. I can't tell again how many guys, members, and non-members I've talked to go, oh, we'd have a morning meeting, and then I'd go run an errand, and I'd see all my trucks lined up at a certain box store instead of their first call. And I'm like, that's just money. I mean, that's affecting, your labor I mean, so it's, if you don't have your materials right early on, it can kill you. And if you got it right, like you've got, you're going to make even more money on the revenue you're selling. So, good stuff.
Got to get it. For me, I'm having to find myself to be okay with about 80%. So if someone is just starting this and still new like us, or like me, and they're getting frustrated with getting it perfect, it's not going to be perfect. I'm good with it, and you can tweak the 20, but just get something going on it and improve as you can. But because I still look at it, I'm like, why are we doing depot? But if you got good guys, they don't like going to the supply house. Right. You got good motivated guys. They're not going to want to just chill out at the supply house. That typically happens if they're not motivated. So most of the guys that are at the supply house are getting something that they need, but then they're just like me. Oh, I need that too. Oh, I need that.
Yeah. It's Christmas. Yeah.
Then they'll see somebody, they'll chat. Oh, you know what?
Right.
So that's what I want to eliminate. If you can get it, whatever you use on each job, close out your job, all your stuff that you use is restocked. And then what I love is, now that I have the prices of what we restock with, boom, my gross margins. I know my gross margins pretty dang well that night as soon as the job is done.
That's huge.
And HouseCall Pro can do that. Not even close. So, it's very helpful.